Hello there. My name is Carl Lehman from Dream It, Plan It, Live It. I'm talking to you about a new book launch. I am just about to publish this book called Money, Mind and Meaning. And the reason why I've done that is the pandemic has taught us a number of different things. And people will generally know me for my high energy videos and my brutal truth about financial life planning. In this video, I'd just like to talk to you a little bit as a friend, if I may. Many people follow me on social media. A number of people reach out to me saying, I've followed your videos for months, sometimes even years before engaging with us professionally. Now, back in 2015, I published this book called Dream It, Plan It, Live It. I was so surprised because it stormed to a #1 bestseller on Amazon. It was just a side project, but it was quite astonishing that I published this book as a side project, really, and it ended up being a #1 bestseller. And I think the reason for that is that often financial advisors out there, or as I tend to call them, financial advertisers, they miss the point. They miss the point because more often than not, in my experience, independent financial advertisers do exactly that. They just advertise products. And I don't know about you, but I think that's wearing a little bit thin now. And I think with COVID, what happened is, and I'm finding this in the conversations I'm having with people, is that people are questioning what the meaning of their life is. When you've stared at the door of potential death, and trust me when I say this, I can remember my father collapsing in front of me, and it being a huge, frightening situation when I was performing CPR on him. It does make you question just exactly what we're here on this planet for. Now, the truth of the matter at this moment in time is this. We've got all sorts of things going on around the world that we have little or no control of. Would you agree with that? We've got wars going on in the Ukraine. We've got the whole kind of Russian situation. We've got a political system in the United Kingdom, which, well, I won't go political on that, but let's say it's not been the best, has it, this year? And I just believe that now more than ever, we as individuals need to take our own mature adult responsibility to make sure that we look after our money, to make sure that we look after our mind, and to make sure that us and our loved ones can have all the fun and fulfillment and abundance that life can give. So in essence, I think there are three key elements when it comes to having a happy and fruitful life. The Dream It, Plan It, Live It philosophy is all about helping people to dream, plan, and live the exact life that they want without fear of running out of money. Why? The bottom line on that is life is not a rehearsal. We pass this way literally but once. So I think it's really tough. Right now, we have an economic crisis on our hands. We've got a cost of living crisis. And I just really, really feel for people because from a financial education point of view, I think it is still massively lacking. It's getting better. I've seen improvements in the 38 years that I've been practicing as a financial life planner, but it's still woeful. It's still woeful. So in this book, what you will find is simple tips and techniques that no matter who you are, you can implement into your daily routine. As it says on the cover here, small changes, big differences. That's the beautiful thing about this book. Some of the tips and techniques that I've researched are based on the latest neuroscience. They're based on proper academic studies that have been done around the world. And I share and I reference some of the people that have found astonishing things. So just coming back to the kind of 3 points that I want to make is, number one, to live a happy, healthy and abundant life, we need to have a certain amount of money. I call it a freedom fund. How much money do you need in your pot to live a life or a lifestyle that is really in line with your values, and yet you can put your head on the pillow at night and sleep easy. We help people to do that. So engineering your finances so that you can have, and you can do all the things that you want to do is so critical. And a lot of these things are pretty simple to do. As a lot of things in life, they're easy to do, but people, human beings, just generally have a regard of not doing it. So it's all about creating good habits. And I talk about, at the end of the day, what's going on in Russia, what's going on in America, what's going on in the Ukraine. Those are external forces. We cannot control. We have no influence as such about what's happening over there. But what we can influence is what's going on in here. So we can think differently about how we manage our money. And I talk about some really simple tips and techniques that you can use in the book to help you to get the finances around you that you need to do. Secondly is thinking about mental well-being. And I'm talking from the heart here, because my wife works for the National Health Service, and back in 2020, when COVID hit, it was a big worry for me, given what she does and the people that she supports in her organization. And you can probably tell by the way it just affected me there that even now in 2022, it still has an impact on me. The businesses that I saw fail, the business owners that I saw really struggle. It's now more than ever, we need to get our ducks lined up in a row, whether that's your financial ducks or whether it be your mental well-being ducks. We need to get them lined up in a row, because when you're under this kind of pain and this woeful situation where you've got more tax being taken by the government, and I'm not being political when I say this, but it is a reality that we have an aging population in the Western world, generally speaking. And if we want a top flight national health service, or we want a great defense service, then it has to be paid for. And I'm not being, I'm not saying I'm this, that, or the other from a political persuasion. It's just a reality of life. This is just the way it is. We have an aging population, and all these services need paying for. So actually having the money to do all the things we want to do, but having the mental resilience to be able to live a life of freedom, passion, and joy. I talk about that in the book. And then finally, the Live It section in the book is about how you can use your money as a force for good. In this world now, we've got environmental issues that are becoming higher and higher on the agenda. And it's one of those things that actually, we can all make a difference, but how you manage your money can make one of the biggest differences in terms of the ethical, social, and governance policies that are there in the world. And I talk about this, I talk about the principle of David and Goliath. Anybody who knows that kind of story, how, David overcome Goliath and the odds were stacked against him. We can do this because how you deploy your money can make such a huge difference to this planet, such a huge difference to employers and in employee rights. So there's a real holistic approach to this book, and I'd really love to get it in as many hands as possible, because I genuinely believe that it can help people be the best versions of themselves that they can be. And it is for that reason, when this book goes live next Monday, then you'll be able to download a copy of this book free of charge. And the beautiful thing about that, it also contains this book. So you get 2 books for the price of 1, and the price is £0. So I'd love you to share this message with your networks, because ultimately, I think we're heading into a storm. I think we're heading into a very tricky time. And actually how we manage our money, how we manage our mind, how we manage those people that we love and care about is really important. And just one final thing. You can have all the money in the world and you can have all the mental health in the world, but unless you've got your physical well-being, then do you know what? You got nothing. So in the book, again, we've thought about this. I've invited a behavioral change coach who specializes in personal health and fitness. And he talks about the truth about health and fitness. And it's a dead easy to read chapter, but I've worked with this guy professionally now twice. He's made a huge difference to me and the results that I get and the energy that I have. And I would just encourage everybody, have a read of this book. There are so many tips and techniques in here. Even if you just deploy 2, 3, 4 of these tips or techniques, I'm convinced it'll make a really big difference to you and those people that you love and care about. So please, please, please share the message. So this book is going to be available on Monday. What will the date be? I'll need to look at my calendar. The date will be Monday the 21st. You'll be able to download a copy on Kindle of this book free of charge. So please share that message, because at the end of the day, I'd like to get this book into as many people's hands as possible, because it will help them. One of my biggest core values is to help people make a difference in their lives, to live lives of purpose. So that's one of the reasons why I wrote this book, is because I think it's relevant for right here, right now. So that's me, Carl Lehman, telling people the truth about financial life planning, because you know what? Life's not rehearsal. Take good care. See you real soon. Bye-bye.